Greetings, my fellow pop culture geeks and nerds of the internet. It's Christmas time, and as you can probably tell, it's my favorite time of the year. It's the season of giving, a celebration of lights, family, and faith, and I can't think of anyone I'd rather celebrate it with than you. Thanks for dropping by. Like any nerd worth his weight in mistletoe, I love Christmas movies. Live action, hand-drawn, CGI, stop motion, it doesn't matter. There's something magical about holiday films, and when they're done right, they become core memories and a permanent part of holiday tradition. And in the spirit of Christmas, I present to you the top 10 Christmas movies of all time. It's my gift to you. Let's unwrap this sucker. Number 10, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Tim Burton's 1993 cult classic has, over the years, cemented itself as a pop culture icon of the holiday season. So much so that it has become an entire event at Disneyland and has gone on to become synonymous with Christmas in the eyes of an entire generation. The movie tells the story of Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King of Halloween Town, who, bored with doing the same thing year after year, stumbles into the wondrous Christmas town. His attempts at becoming the new Santa Claus, or Sandy Claus, go horribly awry, and naturally, spine-tingling hilarity ensues. What's so endearing about this film is the message that it's alright to be who you are, and sometimes the very thing we're looking for is right in our own pumpkin-filled backyard. The only reason this film is on the bottom of this list is that it's often identified with Halloween as much, if not more so, than Christmas. Still, it's a must-watch classic that, like so many of us, seems to get better with age. Number 9. Home Alone. Following the unspoken rule that any movie that takes place during the holidays can be called a Christmas movie, and I'm looking at you, Die Hard, we have Home Alone, a movie that is about the importance of family during the holidays, as well as rigging an effective home security system on a budget. Every kid in the 90s wanted to be as cool as Kevin McAllister, or at least live in his house. I mean, look at it. What the heck did Kevin's dad do for a living? I'm also lumping Home Alone 2 in with this one because it leaned even heavier into the Christmas theme, including a trip to the fanciest damn toy store I've ever seen. That's a kid's Christmas dream right there. Also, it features the iconic Tim Curry, so that right there is enough for me. A fantastic score by John Williams was the proverbial cherry on top of this cinematic treat. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Number 8. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Whenever I think of Christmas, I immediately think of Rankin and Bass, and their countless animated classics, which includes this bit of stop-motion magic. In fact, this is the one that started it all, and spawned decades of sequels, spin-offs, and imitators. Created in 1964, this film brought the classic holiday song to life and told the story of Rudolph's quest to help misfit toys find a home and save Christmas by guiding Santa through some rather rough weather. This animated film has regained popularity over the years and has found new audience with the millennial generation reliving the nostalgia of their childhood Christmas. Okay, maybe that's just me. Yet it's another film about finding one's place in the world and has proven to be both nostalgic and timeless. Number 7. A Charlie Brown Christmas. Initially panned upon its release in 1965 and never intended to be seen more than once, A Charlie Brown Christmas and its jazzy score have become synonymous with the holidays as carols, Christmas lights, and frantic last-minute shopping. At its heart, A Charlie Brown Christmas is a condemnation of the commercialization and superficial trappings of Christmas, and stands as an honest and heartfelt reminder of the true reason for the season. Seen by over 45 million % of homes with TVs at the time of its release, this beloved animated classic has spawned numerous holiday sequels, but none have quite reached the status of this special that has gone on to become one of the most beloved viewing traditions of the holidays. Number 6. A Christmas Story. Timeless, irreverent, and strangely endearing, A Christmas Story comes across like a slightly twisted Norman Rockwell painting, cozy and chaotic in the same breath. The movie was released into the world in 1983, along with yours truly, and has found a place in the pantheon of holiday films like It's a Wonderful Life and Miracle on 34th Street. A look at small-town Americana through the eyes of a boy who just wants to realize his dream of getting a Red Ryder BB gun for Christmas. Endlessly quotable, and more fun than it should be, A Christmas Story has become an unlikely holiday hit that continues to entertain, and has even spawned a slightly less successful but equally entertaining sequel. Number 5. Elf. Sticking with the theme of family and finding your place in the world, we have Elf, a Will Ferrell comedy that pays homage to the Rankin and Bass specials of yesteryear while putting a new spin on the Christmas spirit. The fact that this film became a holiday classic within a few short years of its release is a testament to its charming, feel-good storytelling and universal appeal. Toss in some expertly handled comedy, a celebration of childlike innocence, and a charming performance by Zooey Deschanel, and you have yourself an undeniable holiday hit. Will Ferrell's performance in this role is probably the best of his career, to the point where I can't imagine anyone but him playing Buddy the Elf. The filmmakers clearly knew what they were doing with this one, but one wonders if they realized just how iconic this film would become. Number 4. The Polar Express. As we grow older, the magic of Christmas seems to fade and become harder to find when responsibilities and pressures of adulthood mount. The Polar Express is a film that reminds us that the magic of Christmas never truly leaves the child in all of us. Based off the award-winning book by Chris Van Allsburg, The Polar Express takes us on a magical, mysterious, and sometimes slightly scary journey to the North Pole through the eyes of a child who is beginning to question who he is and what he believes. It's a film about self-discovery and the bonds of friendship, but also a reminder of all the things that made our childhood magical. Though some of the effects might seem a little dated by today's standards, the heart and soul of this holiday movie are as evergreen as the towering North Pole Christmas tree. Number 3. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Ah, Christmas. A holiday about presents. I mean, redemption. It's all about redemption. At least that's the theme of this Ron Howard-directed version of the classic Dr. Seuss tale. In what I believe to be his best role to date, Jim Carrey delivers a hilarious take on the who-hating, Christmas-stealing, if not slightly misunderstood Grinch. A more modern take on the classic cartoon, How the Grinch Stole Christmas is, at its heart, a rejection of the crass consumerism of the holidays and a reminder of the true joy the season brings. Filled with quotable lines and relatable laughs, it's a family-friendly film that is both joyful and triumphant. Number 2. The Santa Claus. If there's one iconic holiday film from the 90s, it's without question The Santa Claus. This film is a lighthearted, family-friendly holiday comedy treat that reminds us that we were all kids once. The Santa Claus does a great job of catering to both children and the child at heart, posing the question, what would happen if an average Joe became Old Saint Nick? The most impressive part of this film is, without a doubt, the depiction of the North Pole and the world of Santa Claus. It's a perfect blending of fantasy and whimsy and is exactly how I would picture the global operations of Santa's workshop. The movie's theme is stated outright. Seeing isn't believing, believing is seeing. And I believe Santa Claus is a holiday classic you must see for yourself. Number 1. The Muppet Christmas Carol. You just can't have Christmas without the Muppets. The heart and humor that are trademarks of any Jim Henson production are on full display in what is arguably one of the most faithful adaptations of the Charles Dickens novella and the most historically accurate portrayal of 19th century England. Filled with uplifting songs and stunning visuals, The Muppet Christmas Carol brings an extra helping of joy not typically felt in other versions of the classic tale. Kudos to Michael Caine for his straightforward, subdued, and convincing take as Ebenezer Scrooge, and to the Muppet performers for convincing us that we're not watching pieces of felt, but rather living, breathing, sympathetic characters. The Muppet Christmas Carol is, quite literally, a visual representation of the joy of Christmas in all its glory. Well, there you have it, Geeksters. 10 of the most memorable Christmas movies ever made. Of course, these are just my own opinions. Let me know what holiday films have become part of your family's tradition down in the comments. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the old like and subscribe buttons and ring that notification Christmas bell. If you didn't have any fun, I sure appreciate you sticking around. Until next year, geeks, I wish you all a safe, pleasant, and very Merry Christmas.